When most people think of smart contracts, well, most people don't think about smart contracts, but for the people that do, they think of Ethereum. This is for a good reason. Ethereum brought the concept of smart contracts to the forefront of the blockchain world. However, just because Ethereum was the harbinger of things to come with smart contracts, that doesn't mean it's the best. Competition always leads to advancement. There is no exception of that in the world of blockchain. One of the frontrunners and most talked about competitors to Ethereum's smart contract platform is Cardano. What? Yeah, I said it. Smart contracts on Cardano? Yes, you heard me correctly. In today's video, we're going to talk about smart contracts on Cardano and how and why Cardano could potentially be the best smart contract platform ever to compete with Ethereum. Let's get it. In this video, we're going to discuss exactly why Cardano can catch Ethereum and can do it quickly. It can catch it in market cap, popularity, development, usage, you name it, Cardano has the potential to do it. We're going to find out by the end of this video exactly why Cardano could be the Facebook to Ethereum's MySpace. So the Goguen era is upon us, and that means smart contracts are coming to Cardano. In case you guys missed my last video about the exciting updates coming to Cardano, including Goguen, you can check it out here. Okay, so like I said before, let's go again. Smart contracts are coming to Cardano. And it is looking like Cardano is poised to knock Ethereum out of the top spot among smart contract platforms. It's got what it takes. One of the main reasons that Cardano is looking like it could potentially be the best smart contract platform out there, it has to do with the creation of Plutus, the smart contract language built for the Cardano blockchain. Plutus is really a game changer for the Cardano ecosystem and a revolution in the world of smart contract languages. Now, before I start to break down what makes Plutus so incredible, I think it's important that I give you a little background about the reason that Plutus was created in the first place. Now, I don't know if you guys recall the 2016 DAO hack. I actually do know you don't. But in case you didn't know about it or you hadn't heard about it, the DAO hack happened on June 18th, 2016 on the Ethereum blockchain. The DAO hack was not an issue related to the Ethereum protocol, nor was it a 51% attack either. Rather, the DAO hack was an exploitation of a smart contract code flaw with Solidity. In case you aren't familiar, Solidity is the smart contract coding language running in the background of Ethereum. During the DAO hack, a code flaw built into the process of token distribution and splitting was exploited. This is essentially what allowed the DAO hack to occur, because there was a key vulnerability in the smart contract code. Now, you guys may not spend a lot of time programming in Solidity, or any time at all for that matter, so you probably aren't aware of the mistakes that can be made when using it. However, Solidity has quite a few little flaws in its smart contract coding, and it gives people a lot of room to make mistakes when building smart contracts, or maybe even do them intentionally. Unfortunately, Solidity has developed somewhat of a notorious reputation for its potential to create traps for developers when they are building on top of it. And there are a few reasons for this. However, for brevity's sake, we'll just highlight the two main reasons. First of which is that Solidity is an imperative language. To give you a little background, in the world of programming, there are a number of different types of programming languages. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to focus on imperative programming languages and functional programming languages. I'll talk more about functional programming languages later on in this video. So getting back to what I was saying, Solidity is an imperative language, which really boils down to mean that it is a combination of object-oriented programming language and assembly language that communicates with the Ethereum virtual machine. A lot of people know it as EVM. Imperative languages are languages that require you to tell the computer how to do what you want and exactly how to do it in sequence. Because of the multiple sources of data that a smart contract relies on, the sequence isn't always so easy to predict and determine. This can lead to a lot of mistakes when designing a smart contract because of a failure to determine the exact state that a sequence would lead to. Within a traditional application, the sequence is much easier to predict, but in the world of dApps, it is far more difficult. So being an imperative language is one of the reasons Solidity can be difficult to work with, and thus easy to make mistakes with. The second reason that Solidity is easy to make mistakes with is because of the difficulty regarding auditing smart contracts. This is one of the main traps that developers fall into when building on top of Solidity. In the final stages, everything may look clean and well scripted, and the code will compile properly. However, there may still be some small glitch in the code. For example, with gas usage paying for different functions. People familiar with these glitches can exploit the vulnerabilities. And because of the immutability of the blockchain, once it goes public, there's no way to simply take it back or patch the code like you can with traditional programming. Solidity does not allow smart contracts to be updated. The only fix is through the voting mechanisms built into the blockchain or a hard fork, both of which take time and can lead to devastating consequences before they can occur, as we saw with the DAO hack in 2016. In case you guys are interested in another exploit I found in the Ethereum RC20 code called Burn Return, check out this video I did on it here. It's really fascinating stuff. So despite all of this, Solidity has nevertheless risen in popularity to become one of the most used, if not the most used smart contract language available today. As a result, Solidity has become officially the gold standard for anyone writing smart contracts in dApp ecosystems. Now, don't get me wrong, Solidity isn't the only game in town. There are a number of others that have been around for a while, like DAML and Viper, which is a functional programming language based on Python. They're snakes. That's cute. An interesting side note, because of all the problems inherent to the imperative language of Solidity, as Ethereum 2.0 is being built, the Ethereum core team is doing a lot of its coding in Viper. However, despite these other options and the flaws inherent to Solidity, no other smart contract language has received the popularity and widespread usage that Solidity has. Until now. Enter Plutus, the functional programming language for smart contracts designed for Cardano. Plutus was built off of the programming language Haskell, which is also a functional programming language. Haskell is widely regarded by lots of developers and software engineers as a phenomenal and well-scripted language. Haskell and its baby Plutus were designed to be extremely readable, easily predictable, and mathematically provable programming languages for smart contract-based applications on the blockchain. So I guess at this point, you guys are wondering,
Ben, what the heck is a functional programming language?
well, for starters, functional languages, sometimes called declarative languages, differ from imperative languages in that they do not require you to tell the computer every single step in sequence in order to arrive at a certain state. In addition, unlike imperative languages, which constantly take snapshots to update the application state, functional languages do not need to keep or modify an application state in order to function. The code runs, and then you get a result. That's it. Very simple. There's no need to continuously modify the application state throughout the process. So as a result, there are far fewer things to keep track of, which makes the results a lot more predictable. With a functional language, you only need to tell the computer what it needs to do, as opposed to an imperative language where you need to tell it every single step of how it needs to do it in sequence. To put it simply, you just need to tell the computer what to do, not how to do it. And if this were enough to sell you guys on why Cardano is going to be the superior platform for smart contracts, I need to introduce you to Marlowe. Marlowe is a functional language that is built on top of Plutus. Marlowe is a high-level domain-specific language, DSL, that allows financial smart contracts to be created and executed on the Cardano blockchain. It's easy to use and lets people without any technical knowledge create their own financial smart contracts. Basically, it's like Plutus for people who know nothing about programming or coding, probably the most of us. Marlowe even comes with its own intuitive application building platform called the Marlowe Playground. Without any programming skills whatsoever, users can both quickly and easily create smart contracts for financial applications on Cardano. When they are both used together, Marlowe and the Marlowe Playground help to streamline the process of creating financial smart contracts for those without any technical knowledge. Functional programming languages like Plutus and Marlowe are designed to enable very fast scaling. So the Cardano network will have no trouble growing in size to meet any number of new demands from the network. The scalability of functional programming languages is part of what allowed Silicon Valley unicorns like Facebook and Slack to grow so quickly. So we can foresee Cardano growth just as quickly in just as short a period of time. But this is what we've come to expect from Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano. It's no surprise that Hoskinson would be the genius behind all this. Considered by many to be one of the godfathers of crypto, Hoskinson has been a director of the Bitcoin Education Project since 2013. Also, is one of the founders of Ethereum and is the CEO of the Ethereum network from 2013 to 2014. He's very familiar with what it takes to launch a successful blockchain project and also knowledgeable about the shortcomings of Solidity and what can be done to improve them. The hard fork event is expected to take place in mid-December, ahead of the Goguen update, and will include a token locking feature according to Hoskinson. The majority of the Goguen update is expected to take place around the end of February 2021, though many critics are doubtful about this, considering that Cardano has become a bit notorious for delays. However, Plutus has been around for about 2 years, so many developers are already familiar with the language, and work on the Goguen update has been done simultaneously with the Shelley upgrade, so there is very little chance for any delays, at least not any significant ones. The Cardano team has been continuously laying the groundwork for this update for years, in addition to networking with industry titans and world leaders. This uniquely positions Cardano to hit all of the major milestones that it has laid out for itself, and gives ADA a very high chance of an epic bull run in the very near future. With this being said, you guys need to watch out for Cardano because it is likely to be one of the most successful projects in the blockchain industry in 2021, with some of the most actual users of any project. Without a doubt, this means that ADA has a very high chance of being one of the top performing cryptocurrencies, if not the top performing crypto, 2021 as well.